We fixing to see. We fixing to see how crazy all of this stuff really is. Sure are. I I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I think for me, there's just certain things that stick out. And hmm, it was a minute ago. Don't mind the tapping on the screen I'm going through. My gallery, there's so many pictures in here. Um, but man, oh man, oh man. A lot of interesting memories when I go back. It's funny when I scroll back through my photo gallery and my devices, it lets me know exactly what was going on. And when I just look at the succession of all of the things that you know what? Why don't we just do this one? That picture works. It's wild to me because that was a cool day. And I ain't got no hatred. None at all. You know, it wasn't no weirdo stuff going on. It wasn't no crazy stuff going on. It was just a cool time. You know, just talking. It was just a cool time. No hatred, no craziness. Just a cool time. And we learned a few things about each other, things that he didn't know about me. Conversation with Darlene, cool, you know. Craig was really quiet that night. He doing a lot more talking these days, but we had a lovely conversation. It was a cool moment in studio. It was cool. We were cool. So for me, watching when Anton Daniels came on there, highly triggering. Highly triggering. Like, this is how I remember things being at the 5150 show. Just love and respect. And that was it. Nothing crazy. Just cool vibes, you know? Cool run-ins. Nothing nutty. Just a good old time. And it ended like this. Now, it wasn't long after this. I mean, it was in this moment that I heard Corey talking about, you know, people trying to put cases on him. And I believe the situation with this female comedian. And I'm going to be looking more into it. I am. I need to really look at that video. I believe it's up on Comedy Hype. But I need to look at that video because I don't know. Y'all know how I am about videos that just come up out of nowhere on the internet, especially if TMZ got their hands on them. You know, you really got to look at stuff these days. Just the other day, I heard Corey saying that somebody had taken a video of him and Antoine Donaldson, the dirty koala bear, took a video and AI'd it. Said that just the other day. And I can't call him a liar because I've watched them do that to me. You know? You know, it was at that sit down with Corey that day. It wasn't, on camera, it was off camera. But we had a conversation about this person because this person, oh man, she tried to take a bite out of him and he ended up catching a liar by the toe. Yeah, he was the one that, see, she has a secret phone number that she uses, this person here on the screen, because she likes women, allegedly, from what the women that gave her secret phone number to Corey Holcomb. Yeah. Women who she allegedly wants to take to bed to do very, very, very sexual things with them. Like, it's real wild when people start talking about, oh, she's married and she's been married for so long and her husband have been together. Well, if they're in a relationship where allegedly everybody's allowed to do whatever they want to do, and she spends a lot of time with the LGBTQ crowd and, going to, lesbian events and stuff like that. I'm just trying to figure out when people are going to realize that she lives in a very bearded situation. If a man can have a beard, why can't a woman? Yeah, but the women, they didn't have a problem with turning over her secret phone number allegedly because not even they liked her. And I don't know if she was offering to pay, but she was definitely, and she honestly, let's just be honest. She acts like one of those chicks in the closet because usually closeted people are always worried about other people's sexual lives. They're always worried about exposing what everyone else is doing because, that's what they do. They're huge projectors. They're huge deflectors. Very huge. So, yeah. Shout out to Corey for looking out. But regardless of all of that, there was another woman that he and I both know. And, he had said that the woman with me in this picture actually tried to put him in a bad situation. With some female, very predatory female attorneys that were coming for him, and people were having secret court hearings trying to line him up and all of that. And I didn't want to believe that this chick was doing all of that to him. And mind you, this is all back in 2024. Because this was right around the time that Corey had said that she was orchestrating all of these things in the backdrop for his demise. This was around the time where she ghosted me because we were supposed to be sitting down doing an interview, talking about that lawsuit and what happened. And she, she was insisting that, she had been set up and put in the wrong, and I wanted to talk to her about it so we could get it all out there in the open, so people could hear what was going on. But, she kind of disappeared on me. She went to Africa. She was supposed to come back. We were supposed to talk, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. This was us at her booth at Taste the Soul, right there by Baldwin Hills Mall. And it's just so interesting. So interesting. Because she disappeared, and then the next thing you know, all kinds of people was around. I was saying hi to all kinds of people, and everybody was getting our attention. And then something very interesting happened, and I had to leave. When I look back at this time now, you got to remember when you're dealing with actresses, actors, that's what they do. They act. And when I think about this person here, it also reminds me of something else. The very, very close relationship between her and Kevin Hart. And it's wild because I know what Kevin Hart's all about. I've spoken about it on a few occasions. I also know how he plays. I know the kind of things that he does. I also remember his close proximity to Diddy. Corey Holcomb has been spending a lot of time talking about this backdooria business and exposing certain things. Like, I even remember when he sat down with Cam Newton, and Cam Newton tried to check him about saying that, Will Smith, is backdooria, as Corey would say. And he was like, dude, I'm in Hollywood, I know. And I'm going to tell you something right now. They don't like you talking about their private business. They don't like you exposing. And, after a while, they just start setting traps and setting things up, looking to find a way to get you, looking to find a way to tear you asunder, looking to find a way to covertly get you. And when Corey started talking about Kevin Hart, doing stuff with Kevin Hart, I mean, even, not just even that, just him getting that deal with Live Nation. Like, Live Nation is industry. There's no getting around that. And as y'all know, Live Nation was the parent company that put Rock Nation on, and you already know. And this interview that I did with Corey was a very positive one. It's very positive. This was after the Pierce Morgan interview. And the Pierce Morgan interview, that was supposed to be the interview to sit me down, put me on my ass a little bit. But it's just wild because I've been going back and I've been doing a little research and there's certain things that just look so odd to me, so odd. I tend to forget. The connections between certain people. Vote or die. Is that Christian Combs? I can't tell. That's most definitely Tiffany Haddish, though. Oh, wow. That's her and Diddy. They were doing a big concert for Mr. Gillum when he was running for governor down in Florida against Trump's candidate, Ron DeSantis, who we now know won by like 0.04% of the vote. Like it was so close. It was so close that even after he conceded, they demanded a recount. But Mr. Gillum lost. Very much so connected to the diddler, though. There was a lot of people that was there. See, that's Mr. Gillum with the diddler. They had Tiffany Haddish come and perform. She looked wild. This is at a gubernatorial concert to, I mean, Khaled. And as you all know, it was Fat Joe was there. Even Monica was there. I don't even think Monica's from Atlanta. She's from Georgia. I don't think she's from Florida. Matter of fact, which one of any of these people were from Florida? Even Barack Obama showed up and gave a speech. He did a whole speech. Barack Obama. Isn't that wild? And he called him the always president. Considering what Diddy looks like now. I mean, this was back 2018, I think. Somewhere around there, 2018, 2020. I mean, considering these photos haven't aged well, have they? You know, when I see that picture, and then I think about this picture, this was all right before Diddy went to jail. She ghosted me after that. And then somebody said her case got fixed. That case that was ruining her life and those DUIs that were making her look so crazy in public. I'm starting to think that fake wannabe friendship that she tried to start with me was nothing more than a way to get information on me and line me up. Kind of like how she was allegedly helping this female lawyer line up Corey Holcomb. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot to get to the bottom of. And got to really look at that surveillance video. That after all this time, just surprisingly, right after Antoine Donaldson, the dirty koala bear, says that he might be coming after Corey for what he did to his family. Now all of a sudden, this video pops up. Interesting. Very interesting. It just so happens to come online, and now people are saying that Corey Holcomb is about to be destroyed. His career is over. He's about to be this. He's about to be that. Corey Holcomb this. Corey Holcomb that. Corey Holcomb is done. Corey Holcomb's over. Corey Holcomb this. Corey Holcomb that. Like, it's really weird how quickly people write people off. Ain't that wild? I know what it's like. Because what's happening to him right now, it all looks like hella familiar to me. Like hella familiar to me. And it reeks to all high heaven. But no different than Tiffany Haddish had close proximity to Diddy. Tiffany Haddish came up under Kevin Hart, who recently just started chatting up Corey Holcomb, wanting to help him in all that he's got going on. Sometimes people just want to help you into a problem. You know, they said it, allegedly, it was Kevin Hart that helped Shay Shay into his lawsuit. Retaliation for letting Cat come and tell the truth on his platform. Just like people have come after me for speaking out about Shluminati. Corey Holcomb has not been tight-lipped when he starts talking about the backdooria and avoiding the industry and not needing them. But the one thing that I know for sure, the second you start taking their money, you start taking money from Live Nation and you start getting help from people like Kevin Hart, that means one of two things. You bow down to them or they're lining you up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop down and let me know in the comments. But what makes me really think they out to get him? Somebody just tried to reach out to me this morning. This morning. This morning. This morning. It's funny how they do it. They always start with telling you a bunch of negative stuff about the person that they want you to go after. And then after they tell you all the negative stuff, you know, stuff like, oh, this person had this to say about you, this person had that to say about you, yada, 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 whoop-de, whoop-de, woo. Then after they got you primed and they think that they said enough to piss you off, guess what they do next? They want to slide you some juicy information. You know, some people say that I'm the queen of exposure. Some people say that I'm the this, that I'm the that. Some people say that I'm the biggest whistleblower in the entertainment industry. There's a lot of people that say a lot of things. But that don't mean that I run with everything that people bring me. What I will say is this. I think I need to get in touch with Corey Holcomb. I do. I need to reach out to old boy. Or at least have my production staff reach out to somebody that knows him, because I'm telling you right now, he better hope they don't reach out to somebody who really wants what somebody just tried to slide me. It's nasty. Dirty work. Really dirty work. But if I didn't jump on board when they started tearing Umar to shreds, I'm really not about to start doing that with Corey Holcomb. Because what I see is they're about to make a meal out of Corey Holcomb. They're about to make sure that he is content gold, and people are going to be making money off of his name hand over fist. And I know because I've watched them do it to me. I know how they play. I know how they move. It's too orchestrated. But what lets me know this is a character assassination, this is a full-on hit job, is that somebody actually had the audacity to try to pass me off information just this morning. This video business just hit last night. And I already got somebody coming to me telling me that this dude and his people done spoke foul of me or whatever the case may be, and I owe them no loyalty and got some information to slide me. They coming to get him. They coming to get him with everything, G. With everything. I don't know if anybody here listening knows Corey, but somebody needs to tell Corey Holcomb to get at me. Man. Because this is a doozy. But if y'all hear it, it won't be coming from me. They out to get this dude. The second that I heard him start talking about Kevin Hart trying to help people. Only thing I've ever known Kevin Hart to help anybody into. I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm going to keep it to myself for now because I'm not trying to make a whole bunch of noise around this. Somebody tell Corey he need to get at me. Because if people are bringing me info to dump on him for content, to run him through the ground, they going to be coming at him and trying to hit him from all sides, G. This is such an unfair fight. The person against one person against the internet. Like, it's like dealing with the Fed getting in federal charges. You against the United States of America. It's just real unfair. It's not a fair fight at all. It's nasty work, this internet business, man. It's nasty work. But I promise you, when I go through my pictures, when I go through and it's just so damn unfair. Especially if you don't really take the time to pay attention to who's connected to who. He surely did say that Tiffany Haddish was helping somebody put a case on him, try to screw him up, put him in jeopardy. Private court hearings, dockets, and such. I forgot how close she was to Diddy. I forgot how she was so close to Diddy. It's funny. Something that me and Corey Holcomb definitely have in common. Neither one of us like that down low crap. Be who you're gonna be. Be it out loud. Be it out front. Stop playing those weirdo games. Be who you're gonna be. Be it out loud. Be it out front. But there's no need to front. Because people who keep secrets are keeping them for a reason. There's no need to be ashamed of who you are. Just come out front. Say it plain. Be yourself. But man, oh man, oh man. Some people really do enjoy their shadows. I'm just not one of them. I'm gonna be looking into this business and I'm gonna be studying this video. Y'all already know. If I spot anything off, I'm coming straight online. Y'all remember what it was like? Once upon a time, there were people so convinced about Javon and Demore Hadley. Man, they were so convinced. They were so convinced that what they saw, and they got online and they started talking about that young man and his young wife, talking about, oh, Desiree Perez is just trying to save her daughter from a terrible fate because this guy is doing this and this guy is doing that. Turns out that guy wasn't doing shit. Turns out it was all fake. Turns out the crimes that were being committed were worse than what we thought. They were busy trying to make it seem like that young man was harming her, hurting her, destroying her. They had a whole video. Even Poetic Flacco. Like I said, Corey said just recently, they AI'd a video of him and Antoine Donaldson, the dirty koala bear. I'm be looking into this video. Y'all already know. I'm a defender of freedom. But if people are bringing me stuff, I smell a lineup. I'll see y'all later. Peace. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy how fast everything turns.